Dr. Gregory here, three-time Olympic medalist and world champion in track and field. Thank you all for coming over to this channel. If you like the content, please give me a thumbs up. If you think the content is worthy to be shared, please be generous and share. Today we're going to talk about Usain Bolt and how he actually got back his money. Well, in fact, he has not received the money yet, but it is in the process. And I want to tell you how Usain Bolt was able to get this close to getting back his money. But I want to read an article that was posted in Caribbean Life. And the title of the article says, Usain Bolt to finally get back his stolen money. So basically the article is telling us that the money is not yet received, but it is in the process. Now let me read the article so you have a clearer picture as to what it is saying. It says, nearly 2 years after approximately US 13 million has disappeared from the account of now disgraced Stock and Security Limited SSL, former global track and field icon Usain Bolt and other defrauded investors are set to be repaid most of their invested funds. Now in this case it says to be paid most. So we don't know if and how much they will actually get back, because one of the things we will find here is that as you go through the article, it says that they collected 30 million and they will pay out to others. So you don't know how much each person would get back, and that is why I'm going through this. It says that the SSL this week announced plans to repay robbed investors 2 years after coming with inches of collapsing after several employees had raided the accounts of people like Bolt. Now, we know that is not accurate when they said that several employees, because based on the evidence that came out, only person so far acknowledged to take the money was Miss Panton, who is one of the employee of the company. And what the evidence is showing here is that the money was taken by those who were higher up. And when you look through all of what is going on here, it shows that there was always a scheme from beginning, from the inception of this company, to defraud the investors. How do I know? There are other articles out there that stated that even some of the owners did not realize that the head of the organization was actually not transparent with some of the things that they stated. It says that the agency in a release stated that plans are at an advanced stage to pay out more than $30 million to more than 200 clients who have been waiting patiently for more than a year since the scandal broke in late 2022. The state regulator, the Financial Service Commission, has ordered that the SSL begin the payout soon. And I'm curious to see how this payout is going to go. And I'm curious to know exactly how much each individuals will get. Because if Usain Bolt can get back all of his money, I can tell you that would be a great thing, because he worked hard for his money and he deserves to get it back. But I'm going to tell you how he was able to get this far in the process. The article says that the FSC remains resolute in its mission to facilitate the fair treatment of SSL investors. And this vigilant oversight is crucial to ensuring that SSL meets its obligations to clients in a timely and transparent manner, in alignment with the legal and regulatory framework established by the Security Act. Well, we know that, it's as even though it is stated here that this should never ever reach this far if the FSC was actually monitoring what was going on with SSL. Now it also talks about that they are dedicated to maintain transparency and accountability. We know that is a bunch of you know what, because if they were dedicated from beginning, all of these things would not have transpired in the first place. It transpired because there was no oversight and there was no transparency and there were no accountability when you tie everything together. So let me tell you how Usain Bolt was able to get back his money. Now, when Usain Bolt filed that lawsuit, a lot of people thought it was a joke lawsuit, a frivolous lawsuit. But what they didn't realize is that based on how the lawsuit was filed, that a lot of these individuals' personal business would have been out there, and a lot of phone calls were made behind the scenes, negotiating, threatening, warning, instigating. A lot of calls were made by a lot of people. In fact, some people overseas also made calls and assured these individuals that if you don't do something about it, then a lot more people would go down. And it goes to show that when you have that level of connection, when you are loved, that people will fight on your behalf. And I'm happy that Usain Bolt took this position, because if he had not taken this position, then what would have happened to the other 199 investors who did not have that clout and that influence to speak up on their own? So I'm happy that you have someone like a Usain Bolt who was willing to fight and willing to make the calls and was willing to work this out with diplomacy. And this is the point that I want to reiterate, that sometimes when you are in a situation like this, you have to resort to diplomacy, because diplomacy is the way to accomplish a lot of things such as this. So I thank you all for listening. If you have anything you want to share in this comment section, please feel free to share your views and your opinion. They are always appreciated over here. Thank you very much for watching. I am Dr. Gregory Horton. Have a blessed day.